Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's probably afternoon now that you all are seeing this video. This is Coffee with Lydia. I normally do this on Tuesdays, excuse me. But since I quit my job 3 times this morning, I had to stop to do the video so you all will understand what loan officers go through. So let me preface this whole video by saying this. 90% of the buyers that come into a loan officer's office or we speak to over the phone, you all are great. You do exactly as we ask you to do. There may be a couple of bumps or hiccups in the road. We work them out. You still have a smooth transition. But that 10%, you got one more time. You got one more time to mess up our minds, screw up our time, mess up our lives, and do all that other stuff that just downright crazy don't make no sense. I had to take time out and say, let me just point out what the 10% does so the 10% will be better prepared going into the future. Now, I'm going to call these out. 10 items. They are not in any specific order. Everyone is as important as the other one. Let's do number 1. Some of us loan officers would take time out to do a mortgage analysis that would tell you what you need to do to repair your credit. We would take time out to do that. We don't get paid to do that. We would take time out to do that for you. Just because you can't buy today, you can buy tomorrow. So we would write out a detailed list and we'll write out what you need to do. Don't call us back and say, which item do I do first? If we say recommendation 1, recommendation 2, or we list it in numerical order, don't call back and ask that question. What do I need to do first? You are not in the 3rd grade. Please take it upon yourself to go straight down the list and do as the list requests. That's number 1. What did Jesus say to the Sadducees? Have you not read? Read the list. Whatever says recommendation number 1 or the first thing on the list, do the first thing. Finish that, do the second, then do the third. If you have 10, proceed. Next thing. We all know people are going to die. Friends, family, they're going to die. Now you are closing. Oh, I see something on this screen, you all. I hope it don't look as crazy as I see. But anyway. Money. People who are closing on a home, you have money saved up in your account. And a family member or friend will ask you, listen, could you loan us $2,500 or $5,000 until we get the life insurance check back? And you readily agree after we have told you as loan officer, do not spend any of the monies you're going to use for closing. So you loan a friend or a family member $2,000, $5,000. And then they give it back to you. So by the time we get your updated bank statement, we see $5,000 going out and $5,000 coming back in. And you keep saying, it's the same money. It's the same money. I gave that money to my cousin to help bury my nephew, and they gave it back to me. Let me tell you something. Come a little bit closer. It is not the same money. It is not the same money. And you know how you can always know? Get the money, take a picture of the serial numbers on those bills that you gave to your cousin or whoever you gave it to, unmarried, Sally Sue, doesn't matter. And when you get those monies back, see if those same serial numbers match up. 9 times out of 10, it does not. So it is not the same money. So now that person has to give you a gift and they don't want to give their bank statement to give you a gift. So we are telling you right now, do not loan out any monies for a funeral when you're trying to get a house. When you get that money back, it is not the same money. Listen to your loan officer. Individuals going on down payment assistance. Number 3, down payment assistance is based off household income. So even if your spouse is not going to be on the loan, we still have to get their paycheck stubs, W-2s, tax returns. We add all that up and we say, oh my gosh, you just barely made it under the wire. If you made $500 more money, you would not qualify for down payment assistance. What do? Somebody go and make overtime. husband not on the loan, or the spouse, the wife not on the loan. They go to work overtime so they have more money in the bank account. You know that $500 that you was under the wire and you qualify for overtime? Now you don't qualify. Now you do not qualify. You got one more time not to listen to your loan officer. So you SOL. There are some individuals out there, and we're on number 4 now. Realtors will call the loan officer and say, please, can you help my customer? I know you would take time out and give them direction on what to do. Loan officers don't do credit repair. If your credit is toe up, go to someone who does credit repair. There are a slew of HUD-approved counselors that will help you with financial literacy and credit repair free of charge. You don't have to pay a credit repairer to do that. You have a HUD-approved agency or a government-approved agency that can help you do that free of charge. Okay? So, the loan officer take time out because we may have a relationship with that realtor. May take a year to get that person up to speed. May take 6 months. And then the buyer can't find a house. Buyer gets frustrated, or when the time they find a house, something takes a little bit longer. And the first thing you hear is, well, we want to move the file. We want to move the file. Let me tell you something. Move the file. Move that file and don't send another customer back to that loan officer. You have just wasted 6 months of that loan officer's life by holding that client's hand to get them from a 580 to a 620 or a 580 to a 660 or a 680, whatever program they needed to get that down payment assistance. You have wasted time and efforts. That is time the loan officer could have spent with someone else to get them into a home that would have remained loyal. Can I even talk? Am I that frustrated I can't even talk? Anyway, loan officers don't do credit repair. So when they take the time out to do the credit repair, remain loyal to them. Let them finish the transaction so that everybody can get paid at the closing table and move on. All right, I think that's 5. I got 5 more. You all, the one thing that really gets my grits is when a loan officer take time out to write down what needs to be done for credit repair, but they take the time to do it, and that customer calls back and says this, let me read this back to you to make sure I have it right. Did y'all hear what I said? Let me read it back to you. The loan officer wrote it. You are not in the 3rd grade. You don't have to read it back to the loan officer. This is not no essay contest. Just do it. Do not read the list. I know the Bible said in all things gain understanding. But that is not what it meant when it said to read back what the loan officer instructed you to do. I think I'm salivating here because I'm getting just a little bit emotional. But I told y'all I quit my job 3 times this morning having one conversation, so I just had to take time out to do this video. All right. Pet peeve. Pet peeve. When a loan officer asks for documents, do not screenshot paycheck stubs, bank statements, and tax returns. You got one more time to do something that foolish. You do not screenshot paycheck stubs, bank statements, and tax returns. I'm going to tell you how that feels. The next person that screenshot me tax returns, bank statement, and paycheck stub, I'm going to call your job, cancel your automatic payroll. I'm going to tell your employer to screenshot your paycheck to you, and you take that screenshot to the bank and go cash it. That's what I want you to do. Take that screenshot to the bank and you go cash it. Now you're going to see how we as loan officers feel when first of all, you didn't even ask permission to text us. So you have to ask permission to text a professional person. That's their personal phone. That is not a company phone. At least a lot of them are not. So you ask permission to do that. And then you want to turn around and send 32 texts, paycheck stubs, bank statements. You got one more time. Men out there that pay child support, I moved on to number 9. I think this number 9. If it's not, y'all forgive me. It has been a crazy day already. I just had to take time out to do this video so that the 10% of you all who don't listen, who don't get it, who are not prepared with a loan officer, hopefully this video will help you. Men who owe child support, let me give you a little secret. Don't complain to another female when the baby mama wants an increase in child support. See, the female is normally one that has the child, that gets up and have 3 meals a day, make sure they in bed, make sure they go to the plays, the football games, ride them around, take them to the doctor, take time off work when they're sick. So when you start complaining that your baby mama wants more child support, don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? Because you got one more time. You're going to get with the wrong loan officer, and they just going to flip the script up. Because they have had it up to here with that baby mama drama. Your credit score. Know your credit score before you contact a loan officer. When a loan officer says, "What is your credit score?" give them a number, please. They should not have to talk 5 minutes. They should not have to, for lack of a better word, massage your ego, massage your thought to get a credit score out of you. If you do not know your credit score, you are not prepared to buy a house. If you do not know your credit score, 99% of the time, it is jacked up. You don't need to call a loan officer. So please, know your credit score before you call a loan officer. Now, this is my last one. I'm going to get off this video. I'm making myself sick. All right, I'm having a flashback moment from this morning. When you prepare to send your documents in, a loan officer asks for the last 30 days of paycheck stubs. You get paid every week, that's 4 paycheck stubs, maybe 5 in some weeks. It's 4. 4 paycheck stub minimum. 4 if you get paid every week. 4. If you understand 4, it's 4. Other people, 4. It doesn't matter. Have a minimum of 4. Second thing, last 2 months of bank statements. Last 2 months with all the pages. If it says page 1 of 8, 2 of 8, we want all pages so we can see all 8 pages. Don't decide which pages we should and should not see. We ask for your last 2 years of W-2. It is year 2021. You should have a 2019 and a 2020. Don't give us a 2018 and a 2019 and tell us you haven't received your 2020 yet. It is May of 2021. By law, those W-2s have to be out by the end of January. Sometime in January, you're going to have it. So please be prepared. And when we ask for your most recent filed tax return, we mean the most previous year that you filed is 2021 now, so we expect to have 2020. Don't give us a 2019 tax return. You going on a down payment assistance program that requires 2 or 3 years for the most recent tax return, and the last year you filed was 2019, and you expect to get down payment assistance. You got one more time. One more time, and one loan officer is just gonna flip. They just gonna flip because we just can't take it no more. Well, this concludes my video. This was not Coffee with Tuesday Day. This was Diary of a Mad Loan Officer Day. So take this video to the 10% of the clients who do not understand or do not comprehend being prepared when they go before loan officers. Otherwise, they got one more time. One more time. And somebody's going to flip the script. Anyway, have a great day. Bye now.